pool. That's a good uncle.
Yeah, that's a good uncle.
Who's on my phone? What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're Mike and Anthony. Today we're doing another.
Try not to say what. I'm just kidding. We're looking at what scary school stories, lockdown stories.
Nah, it's just scary stories itself. Scary animation stories.
Ooh.
Just happened. The first one we're gonna be looking at is a school lockdown story.
I remember those, the lockdown drills when you have to get under the table, close the door blinds, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know. I think this is more of a
Creepypasta.
Yeah, not creepypasta.
They made a song about a school lockdown.
I know it was
Pump up
get
kicks.
under the table, hold the rails of the table.
That's not lockdown, that's earthquake drill, buddy.
Oh, that's an earthquake drill.
Lockdown drills where any building you're at, you have to close the door, the teacher locks it, closes the blinds, and they put stuff in front of the door so no one can open it, and then you have to like sit in the middle of the class on your stomach, just in case like there's shootings or whatever. That's a lockdown.
Right,
Yeah, that's a
remember.
lockdown drill.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering why I have a lisp, it's because I bit my tongue and I took a nice chunk off of it.
Fool, we
and I
all
can't
know you
talk.
got that nice freaking plastic surgery, fool.
What?
The lip injections.
Yeah, totally.
All right, let's just get started.
Boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring
7th
break
period.
would finally be upon us.
7th,
So
guys.
everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com.
Bet.
He was a very laid-back teacher like that.
Sporkle.
As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all
Okay.
sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power.
What the
We
f-
all looked at each other,
Why?
realizing this
No,
must
that's
be
not the school.
serious.
That's the guy that in the lockdown.
A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now.
This
It
is
felt
realistic.
like an
How's this a scary
eternity
story?
That man was pounding at the door.
Holy
But
shit, that's
eventually, he
wild.
finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the
Actually, he was never
situation,
real.
the
It's a
dean
ghost.
came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security.
Wait, what?
So the school
What?
was wide open
Where are
to
you
something
going
like
to
this
school,
happening.
buddy?
Yo,
Staff had done a sweep
every
of
parent
all
should
the
take their
hallways and
kid out of
classrooms
that.
and
What the
couldn't
fuck? No
find him.
security
So the
camera?
dean
No security
instructed
camera, no
the
gates.
teachers to resume teaching, but
have
to
a
keep
potato.
all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone.
A 44 Magnum.
My entire class, as far as I know, to this
Wow.
day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Jesus, imagine. That's scary, bro. That's wild.
That's super freaking realistic.
Yeah, I don't know. That's.
I was looking for like a scary like made up story, but like
Yeah,
that's
that's
just too realistic.
Yeah. It's a little too
All right, let's see if we can get a made up story. True creepy thunderstorm horror story. I hate thunderstorms.
Yo, Shazam.
This fool Shazam needs to chill.
Shazam.
Yo, Shazam, chill. Do you really gotta go in and out just for alcohol?
The year
Has to, bro.
2009, I was spending a weekend with my uncle on his ranch when my parents were renovating the new
Ranch.
house we had just bought.
Did Dr. Phil send you?
It was my second
shit.
night there,
Send him to the
Saturday,
ranch!
And it happened to be
God, no.
during one of the biggest thunderstorms of the year. I'd say there were at least 3 crashes of thunder and lightning per minute. And we were in the heart of the storm because the thunder would crash not even a second after the lightning would. I always enjoyed listening to storms while laying in bed.
The f-
I stayed up a little later watching TV, just enjoying the
It's already
ambiance.
creepy.
After the movie I was watching finally ended, I turned off the TV and tried to fall asleep.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that!
don't like
As
that.
I
I
heard the
hate that when
lightning
it
strike
happens. It's
from
so
outside.
scary.
I could have sworn I heard some kind of metallic thud coming from outside at the same time. I didn't pay it too much mind. 20 seconds later, I could have sworn I heard it again. A very distinct metallic thud coming from outside to match the timing of the lightning. I really don't mean to make this sound like a cliche horror story, but my uncle really is a kind of creepy guy, and I was never close with him even
All right,
remotely.
that's weird.
So for that reason,
That's
I
not
didn't
something
feel
you
right
should be
going to wake
saying,
him
but
up.
okay.
I just tried to forget about it.
What the f-
Dude, that's
Now
scary.
I was getting concerned. What the hell could that be?
I'll just go to bed.
After the 3rd time, I finally got out of bed and walked over to the window of the guest bedroom.
Go to
The
bed.
water pouring down on the window made it extra hard to see what was out there in the dark fields. A flash of lightning momentarily lit up the property, but I couldn't see anything. However, once again, the sound of a metal hit accompanied it. The sound was so close now, it sounded like it was coming from the left of the window at a blind spot.
But
I was going to do something I knew my uncle wouldn't be happy about. It would be a bit messy, but I was going to open the window and peer outside to see if I could see what the sound was.
Alright, I hate these kind
Yeah.
of
I unhooked
stories.
the window lock and
Close the
slid it
window.
up.
Close
your
Immediately,
blinds,
the
take
wind of
some
the storm
melatonin,
blew
go to
drops
bed.
of it into the room and onto me. I stuck my head out the window and looked to the left, and at that very moment, lightning lit up the property once again, and I could see a person dressed in all black crouched down by the outside basement door with his hand raised in the air. And before the sky went dark, I caught the briefest glimpse of what the sound was coming from. The person was bashing at the basement door lock. I pulled my head in and quietly shut the window, making sure to lock it. I was in a panic. I feared he might have seen or heard me. I ran back to bed and pretended to be asleep, facing away from the window. Lightning crashed once again, but this time there was no metallic thud. My heart must have dropped as I realized this. I just stayed put in bed for the longest time, hoping whoever was out there would go away. After maybe 3 more lightning crashes without any thuds accompanying them, I thought it would be safe to go tell my uncle. I turned to face the window and screamed. There was a figure, clear as day, standing at the window, looking in at me. I screamed as loud as I could and ran straight to my uncle's room. He went outside with his hunting rifle with nothing on but his pajamas, not even socks.
That's a good uncle.
Yeah, that's a
He
good
ran
number.
around
Who's
yelling
on my
like a madman,
phone?
but didn't find anyone.
Holy shit.
The next morning, we were able to better see the marks on the basement door lock. It was almost bashed open. Maybe 3 or 4 more good hits would have done it, according to my uncle. He was proud of me for picking up on it. Luckily, I was out of there that same day. My uncle hasn't told us of any incidents since, so I think he's been okay. Not that we talk to him much at all.
Dr. Phil, no
I'm
one goes to
grateful I
the
stayed
farm.
up a
my
little
fucking
later that
God,
night
you and
watching
Dr.
that
Phil
movie.
go to
Sure,
the
I may
farm.
have just
Take him
stopped
to
a
the
robbery,
farm.
or possibly
Farm.
much worse.
Never go to the farm, kids. Scary true pool horror story. Hey, pools are lit. How can that be scary?
I was approaching the end of
Moto
summer,
moto.
and my
Well,
friends
that
and I
could be
wanted to
big.
do some
Comes out of the
stupid
pool.
things before going back to school.
Ricardo Milo comes out of the
So,
pool.
wow,
we had the
that's not
genius
scary.
idea
That's not
one
great.
night to sneak into a nearby community pool. It was actually only a couple blocks away.
Yeah, that's what I
right
used to
smack in
do.
the middle of the
That's
residential
what
area.
you had
So
told
instead of
me.
sitting on the main road or something,
hot tub?
we actually just sat around a
You hella
quiet
snuck
road.
in.
Yeah, the hot tub. Wait,
On
we're
a hot
incriminating
day, the
ourselves.
little parking lot would be full, and the
They don't
spot
know
would be
which one.
bustling.
Oh shit.
Morning. The place was, of course, dead.
Oh, 1 in the morning.
There's obviously
Yo,
a big
what?
fence
Yo,
surrounding the
is
whole
this our
front
horror
entrance,
story?
as well
Yeah,
as a
for
cage
real.
that gets
What-
closed up when the place closes. so our best way was to get in through the side. We snuck into the backyard of a neighboring house and hopped the fence over to the pool. It was as
Wait,
easy
what?
as that.
So
The four of us took off our shirts and jumped into the pool, which in retrospect wasn't smart, since any of the neighbors could have heard the splashes and just called the police. But we were dumb high schoolers. It was very,
No one should
very
be a
dark
snitch.
within that whole
for
enclosure.
real.
This pool had no lights, which is why it closed at sunset.
Well, that.
Wow, that's
James,
But it's
not
also
bad.
lit,
and
though.
Alyssa were on
It's
the
a
other side of
pool, bro.
the pool, as
Like,
I was
not
just
bad.
kind of doing my own thing at first, swimming around and getting my face
All right, bro.
wet.
Why does his like thing look like he's
I
backwards?
saw Alyssa get out of the pool shortly after and run away. I swam over to see what was going on. She was just going to the water fountain, though. The three of us just bopped around in the water for a bit,
Wait, at
and
night
eventually
the
we
pool's
heard
cold
Alyssa
as
jump
shit.
back into the pool from the other side. It was too
Could be in
dark
the
to see
summer.
much more than her black hair covering her face.
What the f?
But just then, we heard Alyssa playfully call something to us as she was walking back to the pool. The three of us in the pool looked at each other. I know they were doing the same thing as me, counting heads. There were three of us on this side of the pool, and here came Alyssa walking over to our side. So who was that on the other side? Alyssa got in, but the three of us were distracted, looking at the head bopping around the water across the pool. James said across the pool, "Who is that?" Not even 2 seconds later, the head went underwater and disappeared from view.
Oh, f that!
Gotta
We
get
took
out of
this
the pool.
time to whisper to each other, mostly things like, "What should we do?
Get the
What if
f
that's
out of the
security?
pool!
What should
And
we do?
Should we run?"
Now get out of the
Suddenly, I
pool!
felt something grab my leg with force
Yeah,
and
you-
tried pulling me down into the water. I kicked, splashed, and yelled for help. James came over to pull me out of the pool, while the girls were already running for it, screaming.
Those girls.
Yeah,
It
for
wasn't
real.
until I got to the stairs of the pool that the grip on my leg was released and I was free. We hopped the same fence we climbed over to get in and ran all the way back to Alyssa's house. I was convinced that whoever that was a security guard. That is, until they literally tried to pull me under the water. We don't know
Why
what
would
to
a security
think.
guard be
Yeah,
in the
what?
pool?
There
Yeah,
are a
it's
few
not. It's not
puppies.
very smart, buddy.
Maybe it was just another kid messing with us. Maybe it was a security guard who went way too far.
What the?
Or most likely, it was a dangerous person who had ill intent.
Okay.
Okay, to that
Yeah,
shit.
that
That
was-
shit is creepy as frick.
I would have faded him in the pool.
Yo, oh, you pulling me down, now I'm pulling you down.
Yeah,
Let's
like-
go.
Dude, I'll literally splash up, hold my breath, just in the pool, just fade that fool.
That's slow.
Okay, I would go slow.
You know, in all the movies, like when you're in the water, you're like,
It's slow motion and shit. You're just fading in the middle. Imagine that fool knows karate. He's like, bah, knocks me out. Oh shit.
all right, guys. Those are today's 3 creepy stories. The first one was too real. Second one was just creepy. Third one is just like, yo, you come down with me. Nah,
It's a secure.
nah, you guys head out. I'll stick here.
What should we do?
What
I
should
don't know.
we do?
Get the out
Get
of the pool.
f out of the pool. We'll be counting heads like, what the? Fuck, this fool's not that hard. There's 4 of you guys.
Yeah,
Oh, like imagine you, me, and Tall, and I'm looking at Tall. And I'm like, all right, who's that then?
Yeah, I'd be
Let me
like,
count heads real quick.
I'd literally be like, yo, I'm coming.
Yo, Tall, what we should do? Like, I don't know. Tall be like, she kind of looks hot though.
I think it's like, yo, she's kind of fire. Let's go talk to her. Those people are like, wait a minute, what?
Yo, take me down the pool. It's kind of lit.
When the girl from The Ring is actually cute, you're gonna go talk to her.
Most of us trying to take me away, guys. What the should I do? Oh, take me. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy these creepy horror stories, even though we made the last one sound funny.
It's like, no, they pull you down, you see Ricardo Milo dancing.
Yo.
Like, what the fuck?
Yo, why you help me up? I want to stay down here. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more horror stories, let us know down in the comments. Smack the like button. We want 5,000 likes, and we'll do another part to this. So, we will see you guys again tomorrow. Like always,